everybody, welcome to my channel for another Confessions of a Paper Addict Cutfiles design team layout. I have for you a starting point, and I haven't gone very far from that. So I've done two cut files this time. I've got the doodly background one. I cut it out of one of these craft consortium papers just because in itself it's kind of like artwork because of the nature of it. It's not solid, very watercolory, just breaking out the bits. So I did that. So I'm gonna do that on a background. I just haven't decided if I'm gonna do it like on a colored cardstock, just white cardstock. Not sure what I'm feeling, but then let me show you my oops. That's gonna turn out to be something kind of fun, I think. What I did is I took the Build a Kid drawing. I have this adorable photo of my dad with his granddaughter, Kendall, his eldest granddaughter, coloring. She's obsessed with coloring. That's what she wants to do all the time. So what I did is I cut out the Build a Child drawing, and it's hard to see it. Let's see if I can. You can see the grass there. So it didn't cut all the way through in most parts. Like, it's hard for you guys to see, but it just barely cut through, which at first I was bummed out. I keep doing this all the time to myself and didn't get all the settings correct. I cut out, so what I did on my silhouette, which didn't perform correctly, I cut out the main paper, right? And then it's got the grass drawing on it, so it's just like a blank paper. And then I cut out the sun. And then I cut out a cloud, and I cut out the house. Now, my plan was to color them, and I'm still going to do that. And actually, the fact that they didn't cut out all the way is going to help me because now I have the lines, but a little bit of separation. So it's like having a drawing and coloring it in, but not having the black lines to color it in with. So that's kind of exciting. So I'm going to do something fun with that. So I'm going to go ahead and I have these twin tip brush markers. I'm gonna go from Paper Studio. I'm gonna go ahead and color these things with that. I'm not gonna make you watch me do that unless you want me to. I probably won't this time. If you ever guys want to watch me color, I'm not a colorist. Like, I'm not a color artist. I color like a 3-year-old. We'll see if I can even get the lines straight. But I'm gonna color, and that's gonna be on this page with this photo as well. I have an idea in my head. I think it'll work out. We will see together, I guess. So yeah, I have to figure out what I want to do about this background, if I want it to be on white cardstock, what I want to do, and then I need to color my kid drawing. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll have you on fast forward after I have it done, and then we'll start putting our page together. All right, let's get started. So I went ahead, and you can see there, I colored the kid's drawing. So it's a Build a Kid's drawing cut file. Love it. Okay, so then I was deciding, you know what? Do you want coloring with a 3-year-old's like, it's messy. Actually, my niece actually does pretty good, but it's messy. So I'm just going to take the colors that are kind of in this doodles background that I cut out. I'm going to kind of see what I have for distress oxides, and I'm just going to do packaging technique all over the background, kind of mixing colors, overlapping colors, and just put them down and see where we go. So I picked some rather bright ones, but I'm glad I did because I cover a lot of it up with the big Build a Kids cut file, and then my photo is it a 4x6? It might be even slightly bigger. I don't think it's a 5x7. But so I use Twisted Citron, wild. Is it wild honey? No. Oh my gosh, I don't remember what colors I use. I know Twisted Citron, squeezed lemonade, picked raspberry, whatever the honey one is. Milled lavender, or Victorian violet. I think Victorian violet, not milled lavender. And then I'm pretty sure Dusty Concord is the purple. Is that all I used? Is that enough? Oh, and then I did an orange. No, because the honey one is the orange. Oh, I did scattered straw too, because it's like a pale yellowy orange color. That's what it was. Yeah. And I was not sure how it was going to turn out, but I really like it after it's all done. I did dry between some of the adding so that I didn't get mud or weird colors, because I was going to add purple, and I knew adding that darker color with the pinks and the yellows could really turn into kind of some gross color. Did I say twisted citron too? I added that one too. So yeah, so I'm just kind of drying with my heat tool in between some of the layers, and this white paper is not a mixed media paper or anything like that. So to kind of stop some of the warping, dry it as soon as I could, and then I put it, when I was all done with this, I laid the cut file down on it, and I put it under one of my photo albums that is not done, but it's really full. I laid it on underneath that so it would flatten out for a few days, and it did pretty good. It flattened out quite a bit, actually. So then I glued the cut file down, and on camera here you can't see it as well, but in person the cut file actually stands out really well, and it's just really fun. It just gives you the look of some like messy painting with some like doodling over it, and I really like the way it turned out. So then I decided, well, and this was my idea from the beginning, is I wanted to take this cut file, build my own like little kid's drawing out of it, and then create a pocket for her. Because when I make these pages for my nieces, they are all albums that they are going to receive and give. And actually, I probably should give them the one because it's pretty full already. But I was just looking for a piece of scrap paper to make a pocket with. So I'm going to put foam on only 3 sides of the back of my kid's drawing. And then I am going to back it with a solid piece of paper, or this is some green cardstock. And I wanted to back it with a solid piece of paper just because when I glue cut files down like this, I don't glue every single spot. And so if you're going to try and slide folded up drawings or something in behind this picture, it's going to catch on all those little pieces of that cut file. So I created a pocket by creating a solid background for it with that green. And I really enjoyed that. So I did that, and then I'm going to place the items down that I also cut out and colored for my picture. I popped the clouds up as well, and then I'm just going to kind of layer the photo over it. I'm going to, since I've got my scrap bin out, I figured might as well layer the photo up with some colored papers that are also in my scrap bin. So I find this orange one, and this green print one, and then a purple one, and I can't tell you where they're from. I know the orange one is actually from a more recent collection, like when I say recent, maybe in the last 10 years. And the other 2 are loose papers that I've had forever. So I'm just going to map my photo a few times, get that popped on foam as well because it's going to overlap the drawing a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go get some of my color study ephemera out because I know a lot of that has coloring and pencils and crayons and all the good things in it. And I have this Let's Color with some crayons on it. It ends up being, different than everything else. Like, it has a different look, but I like that it stands out because that's basically my title. So that is just a random, is it a Stickabilities, I think? I've had that forever as well. I've been chipping away at it using things for my son's like school album. And my kid doesn't like to color. He doesn't. He never really has. He's getting better now that he's found an interest in some things. Now that he's 8, he has found an interest in doing drawings of specific things, and that's what he really, Minecraft is mostly it. Minecraft and Jurassic World or Jurassic Park or dinosaurs, Camp Cretaceous, anything involving Jurassic Park. Among Us, he will draw Among Us characters too. I don't think he's tried to draw Mario yet, but he's really into Mario Legos too. So he'll do drawings and stuff in color like that, but he never wanted to just sit down and color, which made me really sad because I liked to color as a kid, but he never did. And they would even send things home from school that just had a scribble on it, and they're like, this is what he wanted to do during our coloring time today. I'm like, yep, he's not a fan of the coloring. Anyway, so I found in my stash too a little watercolor sticker. I think that was not from, what was that from? Not Vicky Booten. Yes, Vicky Booten, but it was the one with the traveling, and there's food on it, and anyway. And then I put that chipboard tab up there, and I'm going to write the word projects on it so that it kind of shows you where the pocket is. I found the crayons in the color study. I've got the little loose crayons. I've got the crayons that say color outside the lines box. I've got the tin. Yeah, I like the tin up there better, and the color box crayons down the left instead of bringing the paintbrush, because we're not painting, we're coloring. So I didn't want to bring in, even though I put the watercolors in there, whatever. And then I put hashtag photo of the day down there by them, and all those little arrows that have all of the colors that I used for the background. So here's a few close-ups, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the Facebook channel, the Facebook page for Confessions of a Paper Addict, for the beautiful free cut file that is this month. And there's a free one every month. And all the other inspiration and fun. There's going to be a fun 20 days of cut files for December coming up. And make sure you check out the Etsy shop. Links down below. Thanks, guys. Bye.